All right, welcome to tonight's call. I'm so excited to be here tonight to connect, to share some things, to share some fresh ideas that we have had to try to kind of stir up some dust, which there's a lot of dust right now with the new product launch. Um, I want to talk just briefly about this. New product launches are what launch companies into massive momentum and explosion and take companies to the next level. Um, which what I love about, I mean, we have so many products. We already know in my heart, I already know, you guys know that we already have the things to take us to the next level. Like I believe that we had that before we launched six. However, we know that we're opening new doors with this product. We know that we're pushing the envelope again. We're breaking stigmas, we're bringing out awareness, and we're actually able to give people something with benefits. Because I was thinking about this today, I was having a conversation with, I'm trying to think of who it was, a customer. And I was like, something that I'm not educating. I mean, we're just getting started here, right? So, like, we still have education, exposure, testimonials, like people are just now getting their products, all the things. But what I think so often people are going to look at this product and you have to think like a consumer sometimes, right? Like, okay, how does a consumer see this product? Are they thinking about it as simply alcohol alternative and a way to get like a buzz? Because some people are going to look at that negative. That's okay. It's not for them. That's not a big deal. We're not here to please everybody. But my point is, if we can describe the benefits, because not only are they going to get like a clean, healthy buzz with no anxiety or hangover, they're going to get actual benefits, right, from this, just like our other products, right? So that's just an example. But anyhow, I want to share, we did $10,000, just our team alone, the day that Six launched. Um, it's not surprising to me, but it's massive. And really, let's think about this. We have like 580 people-ish on our team, okay? The majority of those orders were advocates. It just was because I mean, I sold a few that day, but it's gonna take some people time to come around. And I also want to hit on the price point. Just been flat out telling people, like, I know this might seem steep. I get it. It's gonna be about $5 a can if you have the $10 off and they're getting it for $89. Again, it's our job, and people are gonna look at the price and they're gonna most of them, I would say the majority, and I'm just being honest, and we know that this product is worth every penny, and we know what goes into these products, and we know the standards and the quality and everything, right? And we are willing to pay for that because we know the garbage that's out there. But it's going to take some people some time to invest $99 in a 16 pack of drinks that they feel like they just aren't, it's just not worth that to them, right? So that's okay. So there's so many ways to continue to educate and expose and put things out there. But what I love about and what I'm going to share about and what Jocelyn and I are going to share about with what we're creating, and I think I'm just going to go into this really quick because it actually flows into what I'm going to talk about, even though this wasn't quite the flow that we were going to go in. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to launch this thing correctly. Like, I don't want to say the word correctly, but we wanted to launch it in the best way, right? You don't always know what that's going to look like, but instead of creating a Facebook group where we're just centered, like with Unwind, when Unwind came out, Lindsay and I did like a product testimonial slash opportunity slash kind of launch call, okay, to bring exposure. This product is not for everybody, neither is Unwind. We wanted to create a group that is more centered around breaking the stigma and that type of vibe, right? Because if we can get people to wrap their brains around the work that we're doing here, which I think is like some of the most incredible work we could do, because as we continue to grow and expose people and share and gift this to people, we're allowing people to heal, we're allowing people to be bold, right? Um, and again, push the envelope, all the things, but educate them on why this is so powerful and how they can be a part of it, and just on and on. You guys know. So instead of just creating a group around six, we thought, let's break the stigma. Let's center this group around that, weave in six, because it's going to be for a lot of people, but then also educate on the stigma, but our products, because then people feel like there's something for everyone, right? Because I'm just being honest, and most of you know me pretty well, and you know that um, if I had just heard about Green Compass today, I would not buy six. I wouldn't, because I had never drank a THC product before. I am paranoid about how I will feel on certain things, and that's part of my anxiety and all of that. So I would never try that product. Like, I would be scared, is what I'm trying to say. And so we have to think about the consumer. So when we're working on this group, and I'm really excited about this, because what we've decided to do is create two 3-day events within this group. Okay. Now, the thing about Facebook groups that I just want to kind of touch on is that they kind of suck with the algorithm right now. Okay. Just going to be transparent. I'm slightly concerned with how this is going to go, because we haven't done this in a long time. Well, we have a CBD 101 group, okay? It has over 500 people. We've done a few things in there in the last couple of months, okay? We thought, let's take this group. We already have people at this table. Let's ramp it up. Let's create excitement. Let's hype it up. Let's kind of remarket it, rebrand it, retitle it, and blow it up, right? With education, and with a little bit different of approach with the stigma and education around that. And so what we decided to do was, like, what if we take this group and we do two 3-day events? Okay, so I want you to write this down. This is going to be, so we're going to start, our first one is going to be, okay, I'm like, why does that date not look right? Because I'm looking at May, because my calendar is on my desk is not up to date. Okay, so it's gonna be, so what we're gonna do is and we don't have all these, just FYI, we don't have every single detail lined out. I'm just giving you the gist of what we're doing, and it doesn't matter what the details are. We just need y'all to invite to it and to share this group so that we can, like, get people in the door here. So it's gonna be July 13th through the 15th. So it's gonna start on a Sunday, probably Sunday evening. Okay, what we're going to do, and before this, leading up to this group, we are going to, like, drop some breadcrumbs, right? Interaction is going to be absolute key for this. If we don't have interaction in this group, we might as well kiss the algorithm goodbye. And the way that we can boost the algorithm in this is for all advocates that are inviting to this group, for y'all to be present AF in this group if you can. And I know we're busy and there's all kinds of things, and we don't have to be on all the time, but we just need ourselves and our leaders and any advocates you have in there to just be commenting, cheering people on, giving testimonials, like why you love the product, if we post about a certain product, that sort of thing. That's just going to continue to boost that group. So we're starting it on the 13th. And then what we'll do is we'll probably start at that evening. I feel like Sunday nights are really good for people being on social media. We're going to do a couple lives within the group. Jacqueline has a kind of a rough draft of an outline that we're going to use, which was really good. And then the 14th is going to be like posts, maybe another live. And then the 15th, we're finishing up the day with a Zoom call that night. So basically, we're going to incorporate, and we will advertise this, right? And you'll be talking about it on your social media, and people can continue to trickle in on the 15th or whatever. There's no, like, right or wrong way to do this, but we want to be adding people, but we don't want to be mass inviting people, because if you're just going to go to the group and be like invite, but not connect with these people, it's not going to work. We have to connect with them. We have to say something like, "Hey, I just wanted to reach out. We're doing this really fun Breaking the Stigma group on Facebook. It's completely free. I don't know if you've seen me share about Green Compass products, but it's been a game changer for my XYZ. It's organic CBD, but we have so much to offer, and there's something for everyone. would you have any interest in coming into this group and just checking it out? And that's as simple as that. And you can ask that question. So then what I was trying to say is Tuesday night, we will end the group with like a Zoom where we're going to incorporate business and more breaking the stigma kind of education and testimonials. Okay. So that's how that's going to look. And then the following one is going to be the 27th through the 29th. Same thing, same similar thing. Lives will be a little bit different because it'll be different people, and the Zoom on Tuesday night will be different people. Just so that we can delegate with leaders and not everybody has to be on all the time. So I'm really excited about this group. I feel like sometimes it's just rebranding, remarketing, renaming things. It's the same thing that we talk about all the time, but sometimes it's just a different approach, right? So I'm really excited about that. Um, Now I'm gonna pass it. Oh, and this can also be really quickly. This can be for brand new people that you're just starting to talk to. This could be for your fence sitters that like haven't been sure, they've never purchased, but they kind of were interested. And this can be for your customers because we know that our customers are our best, like obviously your best customers turn into advocates, but our customers are already at our table. They're already loving the products. We want to expose them more to products so that they can understand, because you know how it is when you start a customer on products, they're only going to maybe start with a few things, but we want to educate them and help them to see maybe something else that's beneficial to them. So with that being said, I think that was all that I wanted to say. Oh, really quick, we're gonna drive people to this group. We'll talk about a few ways to do that. Um, but what I'm thinking is that okay, today is the 8th. We start this on Sunday. So in just my head, I'm thinking like you can start Jacqueline changed this is my thought, and Jocelyn, you can give your take on this, and we can this is of course just like trial and error here, but Jacqueline already changed and kind of rebranded the cover photo to be called and titled it Breaking the Stigma, which we also had this idea too. We didn't even really talk about this more, Jocelyn, but like, and Annie and whoever else was on that call, maybe I don't know if you were on that call, Monique, but we talked about like branding our own like I don't know, shirt, something to like share with the team and have something where we're like, we just love the theme so much. Yes, that we were like, okay, like with breaking the stigma, we just feel like it's so powerful. And we're like, this could be really fun for our team to like wear this type of swag. So, anyway, something to think about that we haven't launched, but we're going to try to do. So my thought is that like Friday, you could start adding people. Like if you want to go ahead and start having conversations about this, please do that. My thought is we'll start dropping breadcrumbs like Friday, Saturday, leading up to the start of it Sunday. And we'll do like a what to expect kind of post and then launch the thing. Okay. Does that make sense? So I'm really excited about that. We will also I'm going to write this down because I don't know that we talked about this, but we'll try to create a graphic that is going to kind of just be more like a flyer, right? To where we can advertise this. But I want you guys to talk to your customers in person about this too. So I want to pass it to Jocelyn. I want her to share whatever she wants to share, but she's had the most success with pop-ups last month leading into this month. Like she crushed it last month, and then we started this month, and she's already like was doing pop-ups while traveling, um and it's just been awesome. And then just her kind of approach to six and the launch and all of that, I thought it would be great for her to share. And then I also want her to share some new fun things that they're doing for like advocate enrollments with bonuses. And I'll share my screen and share some easy things to visualize.
Okay, so I am super excited. The first thing I wanted to touch on was six. So I want you to drop in the chat. Did you get six? Do you have it? Are you drinking it now? I know Chelsea and I are doing a little cheers. I personally, I am a THC drinker. I don't drink a ton of alcohol, but I love a good like magnesium drink. That Recess has a brand, so it's something that I was already, incorporating, but I didn't love that the other ones were not organic. So this here is all, I mean, I'm super excited about it. Both my husband and I said that it's not too sweet, not too tart, not too bubbly. It is truly so well balanced. I feel like so many people veer away from different drinks like this because they say, oh, I don't like sweet things, or oh, I can't do too tart, or, carbonation stuff, makes me, have tummy aches. And I agreed with all of those things. So I wanted to real quick just tell you a couple benefits of ours specifically that you can use to market. So, first of all, THC and CBG. I have not seen personally any drinks that have CBG in them. I see a lot of CBD. There could be some out there, I don't know, but that is something that is unique to our brand. And what's so great about that combination is that THC and CBG balance each other out. A lot of people get some anxiety from high levels of THC and they get the munchies. So when you have THC and then pair it with CBG, CBG helps to balance it out and like smooth out the edges of the THC. So you're getting all of the benefits of the stress reduction from the THC without any worry about munchies or feeling those anxious feelings that sometimes high level of THC gives you. So CBG is they call it the mother of all cannabinoids, amazing for inflammation, for pain, digestion, immunity. So when you pair these two together, research has shown that CBG and THC amplify the effects of each other. So you're going to be calmer, you're going to be clearer, you're not going to have a mental fuzz. And this is truly like a regulated wellness drink. So I am not marketing this as a THC drink. I am going to market it as a wellness drink, a chill plus wellness that supports digestive health while you are relaxing. So, another thing, this is huge, break the stigma. We have to educate and we have to be smart about, okay, let's break down the differences here. And something else just to be aware of that sometimes Facebook, they flag things when you're using certain words. So by us choosing to use words like chill plus wellness drink over THC and CBG drink, that's going to get less flags when you're looking at social media and whatnot, and it's also going to have more people come to you with questions. So not that we want to play games about not telling people what things are, but we need to work and be smart about how we share things on our business for our platform and how to utilize the platform to our advantage. Um, and I want to remind everybody, so how Tabitha mentioned, the cost objection. And that is something my husband's a huge number guy. The first thing he was on that call with me, the moment they said the price, he had his calculator out. He had our favorite brand pulled up. He was, seeing the price differences. And one of the things I said to him is reminder number one, that this is organic. This is real fruit juice. This is quality. This isn't, something that's going to make us feel that buzz. It's going to make us feel well. But then also for people who are more alcohol drinkers or things along those lines, this is not something you're going to have 4 or 5 drinks of. You will have one, maybe two. So when you're thinking about that, going out and purchasing a margarita or buying a bottle of wine, you're not having the same volume here. You don't need the same volume for the relax, for the chill. So that's something too that you're going to want to talk to people and educate them about. Um, and I wanted to give a little just my family who we ordered some so that way they were shipped home. I was back in Illinois last week. They are not really drinkers of this industry, hemp, THC. They're utilizing Green Compass because I am forcing them to and getting them into their they struggle with routine and consistency. So me being on top of them is what like my goal is right now for my family, but I also want to expose them to different things. So they were all really impressed with six. Everyone loved it, whether they took a sip or had a full can, only positive things were said. So I think that it is huge to make sure that we are getting samples into people's hands. So this is going to lead into pop-ups. I personally don't love calling them pop-ups. I don't know why. I prefer to call them events. It feels more genuine to me. It feels more thought through. Pop-up kind of feels like an afterthought in my mind. I want people to know that I am planning this. I have their needs and their concerns at the center of what I am doing. And this isn't about me popping in and recommending one product for every person. This is about me having one-on-one conversations. It's about me educating. It's about making sure that I'm building a plan for the people that are there who took the time out of their day to come spend time with me. So I like to, think about it that way. So when I was back home, so I currently live in Houston with my family. My whole family lives in Illinois. I planned 3 events and I knew it was going to be, busy and a lot. But once it was really cool because once I put this template together of what I was going to do, I didn't have to reinvent the wheel for each one. I had everything I needed. I knew my setup. It was quick and easy. The first one took a little bit longer, and then it just becomes routine. So I contacted a couple different business owners that I have known growing up that I know, when I go back home and I just messaged them and I said, hey, I was thinking about you. I absolutely love attending your gym. I love attending, your ice cream, your coffee shop, whatever it may be. And I was wondering if you'd be up for a collaboration event. This is what I had in mind. And I listed out, the things that I was thinking: muscle recovery, stress relief. I'll bring some samples. They can take a tour of your gym. I'll highlight your lavender honey, tea that you're going to make at the coffee shop. I made sure to tell them what the benefits would be for them. I let them know that I was going to create an event on Facebook so that way I could drive new customers to their business as a collaboration, as a thank you for hosting. So I had some really, really positive feedback. I mean, they were all like, yes, let's do it. What are the dates? And I'm gonna break down a little bit. And this is something that I normally don't do. So I love that Tabitha pushed me to do this. So I broke down the customers that were there, what they purchased, and the income that I earned from this, because I want to give you guys a really clear idea of what these events can and will provide for you as a stream of income. So at my first event, which was a gym, there were 10 people that were there that really, I mean, there's a lot of people around the gym, but there were 10 that really zoned in, wrote down their name and their email, asked me questions. 2 of those people purchased advocate bundles. So one of them was the 179 and one of them was the 299. And then 7 people told me they were interested in, and they were interested in things. I wrote down what they were interested in, and now those are 7 follow-ups that I have to do this week. So that event right there, because that one person bought a 299 bundle, $90 right there as a bonus. So that was my first event, $90 with 7 additional people to get signed up. And then my second one, I had 5 people in person purchase preferred customer bundles. So, and then I also had an additional 10 people to follow up with. Now, because those 5 people purchased a balance and restore plus, meaning they did like an add on or two, the average purchase was about $150. So, what that looks like, as an advocate, you earn 20% commission. So if I was just at an advocate level on each of those purchases, that would have been $30. But because I hit team leader, my commission jumps to 30%, which now makes it $45 commission for each of those 5 people. So that's a huge jump right there. Plus, then these go on auto replenishment. So if people decide that they love this, they're going to keep their auto replenishment, and that's going to carry over for next month. My third event, I had 1 person sign up as an advocate, 3 people sign up as preferred customers. Plus, one of my advocates that joined had someone sign up underneath her. And that new advocate that just signed up that night has already had people purchase underneath her because she is a gym owner. She's a business owner. She saw what I was presenting and she decided to buy in because she knew that this could help her and this could help the people that she was surrounded with, the people in her community. So, again, for that, for me personally, um, I had three people, three preferred customers times three at $30, just an advocate would have been $90. But because I am that team leader, that's $135 that I earned from that pop up, plus all of these huge wins for two of my advocates. So that's amazing. And then my third one, I had two new preferred customers. So again, because I'm a team leader, another $90. So I want to kind of break that down a little bit. So rank advancing and getting yourself to team leader. Not only, is it, the accolades, which that may be something that you really, feel really excited about, as you're growing your business, and we should. But this is a massive opportunity for you to create more income for yourself, for your family. So if I was at an advocate level, I would have had $390 that week. Instead, 540. That's a significant difference. And then on top of that, like I said, I mean that's $150. So that I would have left $150 on the table if I was not promoting and sharing the advocate option. And the way that I want to encourage you to do that is when you are at these events, share about the advocate kits. I feel like sometimes we shy away from this. We worry that, oh, they wouldn't be interested in selling anything, that's not for them. That's not what it's about. A number of those people that bought advocate kits, they were excited that they got a bundle of products between 40 and 60% off. Plus, it was a one time purchase. And then they could try all of these products and decide going forward what they wanted to continue with. It also, one of the things that I talked about was when you purchase an advocate bundle, you then have the ability to purchase from yourself in the future. So you'll get 20% off your own purchases as a preferred customer. Plus, then you're going to earn at least 20% off or 20% of your own commission from your purchase. So it's a deeper discount. So that's how I'm sharing it when I'm at pop ups. And then I'm telling them, plus, you're going to have the option of sharing a link with your friends and family. You can use this as a stream of income, or you can use it for a deeper discount for yourself. So it's a great way to share and encourage, people to jump into that kit. And at pop-ups, I really encourage people to purchase in person because the hype is there, the excitement is there. They're really excited about that one product that you thought about. It's sticking out in their mind. And then you can highlight that one product, that full spectrum, and say, you know what, with that full spectrum, I can get you your CBG collagen for free. So let's do that and let's make sure to grab you that. And then I actually have the opportunity to get you another product 50% off. Do you think the CBDA would be good for you, the Mind Bloom? And then I talk about, the different positive effects of those things. And because you're able to stack and get them this great discount, they're so excited to grab it then and there. And I build them a cart on my phone while they are looking at me and I hand them my phone and I say, let's look at all this. I can show you everything. I break down the numbers. And then I say, do you want to purchase tonight to be able to take advantage of, this really great value? And they're like, heck yes, I do. And then guess what? The line of people that were behind them, they heard all of this and they're super excited. So then it creates this ripple effect of excitement that people are going down the line. So I always bring my laptop too. So that way, while one person is filling out on my phone, I can build a card on my laptop and I go back and forth. And that's been really effective and really efficient. So that in-person energy, guys, it's huge. And do not miss out on it. And do not be nervous to build something for them. Because it's exciting to purchase something at an event that you just went to. It's you're doing them a disservice by not giving them the option to purchase then and there. So always give them the option and always ask, can I? Can I show you this? Can we push submit? Because that way they feel like, you respect them, you respect their time, you want their opinion, you want to know their thoughts. And that's what this is. This business is so personal. We are talking about people's health and we are talking about really deep pain points. So you want them to know that they are not a number. They are a person and you care about their needs. So now rolling into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the plan of success for July. So my plan personally, I'm not going to lie to you, I bought a lot of six. Bought a lot of six because I have a lot of friends that love THC drinks. So me personally, and I'm not going to take credit for this, but my husband had this great idea to do a drive-through lemonade stand. Um, so we may go that route. We may do like a backyard pool party. I think it'd be really cool to have a slip and slide party because that's like all the rave. I'm seeing that like adult slip and slides. I know for me, like I'd probably break my hip, but there may be some people that, bring their kids. That's fun. The kids can play while you're talking and sharing all the things. You could do a backyard picnic. This is such a great summer drink. So it's not something that we want to wait on. You want to start sharing about it now because who doesn't love a lemon shake up, in the summer? And that could be really cool too. Maybe, something that you promote. You grab some cups, you put ice in them, you put sugar around the rim, make sure it's like organic cane sugar or monk fruit, be on, on point, on trend, make it all natural, all organic. And then you don't have to do a full can. You could do a fourth a can in each sample. And always, offer that option to purchase then and there. Another thing that I really want to encourage you guys to do is to collaborate with local small business owners. I now, since I've started doing these, I have people reaching out to me to do this. So I planned when I went home to do 3 events. By Wednesday, I had someone reach out to me and say, hey, can you come and do one of those at my studio? So I had a fourth pop up come up. And like I said, because I had already done 3 of them, I'm like, I already have everything. Why not? So we jumped in and we did it. And it was really cool. And then I got exposed to this brand new community of people, which, puts our net out even wider. So the more you do, the more people are going to know that you do these and they're going to be excited for you to do it with them, to ask them, or maybe they're going to reach out to you. So some ideas, and I want you to write these down. Maybe it's a local coffee shop. Like I said, I did one. It was a coffee shop, ice cream shop. So it was perfect. It was so fun. It was family friendly. I did it around stress. And then I talked about stress relief and breathing tips for kids. And then I guided them towards ice cream and lavender honey teas. So I was also, supporting their business. You could do a local restaurant. You could do a yoga studio. You could do a fitness gym. I heard of some people, and one of the ones that I reached out to was a wellness that does um, IV infusions and Botox. You could do something like that. You could do a massage, parlor, a tanning place. You could do a spa. You could go somewhere that does meditations or sound therapy, sound baths. There are so many businesses out there that our brand pairs so well with. And I want you to remember that when you are asking to collaborate with these businesses, you need to sell yourself because facts tell and stories sell. You need to talk about your personal story, what this did for you, what it's doing for the people that you're sharing with, and then how you are going to benefit their business by you coming and doing an event there, how you're going to promote it, how you're going to help drive people to their business. And what I did was I asked these businesses which day was their slow day. So that way I was driving people to their business on a day that maybe they didn't have so much business. So that was something that everyone was really excited about too. So kind of switching gears here, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of promotions that we have this month. So, with our advocate enrollment, so this is something that you want to highlight when you are doing your events, and it's super exciting because we have a July advocate enrollment promotion right now. So when you grab an advocate kit, the $2.99 or the $4.99, you get a free pack, 4 pack of 6. That's super exciting, especially if you are hosting 6 geared or 6 inspired, events. We're going to call them events, not pop-ups. I'm going to get that word out of my mouth. I just, how I feel about that. But that is super exciting. It's always exciting too when you get to tell people you get this for free. It's like this added little incentive that they're like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to do it this month instead of next month because this month I get the free thing. And I really liked it because she just gave me a sample of it. The other thing that's really cool is depending on the package that you purchase, you get free 3 or 6 months of your back office access depending on the pack. So again, that's another savings. That's that $9.99 business service fee that we pay each month to have our website, to have the customer service, to have, us not have to keep any product here. They ship everything to us. And customer service is amazing. So that's something that's a huge, huge, huge bonus. So yeah, so this here, one of the other bonuses this month is that we just enhanced our Clean Start program. And this is so funny. I had a new advocate sign up 2 weeks ago. And one of the things he said to me was, I just wish that those bonuses, didn't start the moment that, that 2 months goes fast, especially, when you're waiting for your pack and then you try it and you had that first week that, you're not really going yet. So as soon as I saw this, I messaged him and I'm like, Brian, did you see this? Because now we don't get 2 months of the Clean Start program. We get 3 months. So they now have not only 60, but 90 days to benefit from that Clean Start program. So and if you want to see exact details, so this graphic here, maybe we can drop it when we post this call underneath the Rise Nation group. We'll put all these graphics underneath there so that way you guys have them. But all of the details are in the back office underneath the resource tab, underneath new announcements. Everything is there, guys. If you ever have a question, go to that resource library. It is a huge, huge resource. So with this graphic, so you're going to see there's these new exciting enhancements. Plus, there are now bonuses for the mentor, the person who invited this or who, enrolled this advocate, which is really exciting. So it's, double benefits, not only is a person who is just new earning, so is the person that is mentoring them. So I want you to drop in the chat right now. Are you within your first 90 days of your business? So that way we know who specifically, will benefit from that side of things. And I also want you to reach out to your mentor, the person, your advocate. And I want you to let them know, hey, I just heard about this Clean Start bonus enhancement. Can we chat about that? And if you need additional support, you can always message me. You can message Tabitha. You can go into our group chats. You can go into the Rise Nation. We are all here to help you. There's no reinventing the wheel. We're all doing this together. So, big picture with all of this. Oh, I'm sorry. One more promotion. If you achieve $1,500 in personal sales between July 1st and July 15th, you, as the advocate, get a free buzz and free Soothe topical cream. So being in Houston, this is absolutely huge because mosquitoes are like our state bird. It's flippin' ridiculous. And my kids are allergic to mosquito saliva. So we actually were in the ER 3 times last year because of massive mosquito bites. So I have found the buzz works amazing for keeping the bugs away. And then when they have bug bites, if I forgot to put it on or if one of those little buggers got through, I do a little bit of colloidal silver, and if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. But I put that on the bite, and then I use the Soothe topical cream around the bite, reduces the inflammation, reduces the itch, reduces the wellness. Bug bites disappear. So this is an amazing bundle, and I love that they put together that these two things so benefit each other. So absolutely amazing. You can do that. Get to that 1,500. Share the 6. Share about the differences. And this all of this, guys, I just want you to feel empowered and to feel excited because the big picture here is there are so many different ways to bring in additional income here with Green Compass. You don't have to memorize all of these things. You don't have to memorize the compensation plan. You can pop into the resource library. You can ask, in our group chats, you can answer the questions there. But just know that this is a company that truly wants to help us feel valued and that we are being compensated for the work and the time and the effort and what we are doing to help support this purpose, this mission, and people within our circles. So there's so many fun things. I am happy to, dive in and answer any, specific questions that you guys may have. Like I said, you can personally message me, drop it in the chat, drop it in the Rise Nation. And we're all here to help and support.
I love that. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. So many good nuggets there with just ideas and inspiration. And I think a couple questions to ask yourself after all of that is, I mean, because we know that like we just know that it's limitless and there's so much. I mean, in person, like Jocelyn, if she didn't just like sell you on in person, I don't know that anybody can because that was awesome. But it's literally it's like I said in the chat, it's a no-brainer because you will have a massive conversion closure rate versus social media. I guarantee it. Because when you're in front of someone and you're talking about it and you're sharing your story and they have a pain point and you have this jelly or you have this solution and it's right there in concrete physical form and they can touch it and see it, like they're going to want to try it more. And I'm not saying like we still want to share on social media. I'm just saying that there is such a just there's so much magic to these in-person pop-ups. So a couple questions is what are you going to do to drive people to the group? The group is on social media, so you're going to share that. Like social media is going to be the thing, the conversations pretty much that you're going to, that's all pretty much going to be done on social media. And then how are you going to close people this month? Um, and there's so many things, right? There's so many ways, but Jocelyn gave some really great, um, tangible things to take away. But I want to give you like a three task kind of just like a three, like top three things to focus on for this month would be number one, book your event. I actually just booked my event. I'm really excited about this. I was trying to figure out a way. My in-laws own a liquor store. And I was trying to think about a way that I don't know why I never thought of this before, because I could have technically done like an in-person thing there before with my products, but I never did. But now with this drink, it's like people are already, because this is basically like it's a liquor store, but it's like a bar too, because they have gaming machines, so they serve alcohol. So it becomes a bar and it's just a real small town. But a lot of loyal people and a lot of people I know. And so I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I come? And I wanted them to feature. There's some things that we gotta figure out, I think, as far as like collab. I love Jocelyn's tips on collaborating, but like there's like I knew I couldn't just be like, here's six featured in your liquor store, unless they want like I don't know how that will work, right? But I'm like, I can. Advocates are FYI, advocates are breaking up the four packs and they're selling the four packs locally. I didn't think that that was compliant, but apparently it is. Um, and you're not upselling them, you're selling them for $25. So you're still like, you're not upselling them is non-compliant. Anyhow, so I was like, I'm gonna do an adult lemonade stand with my products. They have like a big drawing out on Tuesday night at this liquor store. I don't even know what drawing it is, but anyways, like I don't know, Queen of Hearts or I don't know what it is. So after that, I'm going to be set up and I'm going to do samples of this and then have some other products out because it's just going to lead into like other people having pain and back pain or neck pain or whatever, right? Okay, so that's my idea. I would think about places where you could, like, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't drink alcohol anymore, but it's a great place to do a pop-up. If you know of a liquor store or some place that like it's just such a great, I feel like environment for that. So that's number one, book your event. If you need help or support or ideas, or if you're local to me or Jocelyn or whoever your upline is, I would love to do a pop-up with you. Number two is drive people to the group. We want this group to be successful. We want people in there. We want excitement. Excitement drives energy. Energy creates all the things. And so this group is going to be really fun. And then number three is conversations, conversations, conversations. Um, it's the backbone to the business. It's how we get our story sometimes. It's how across, it's how we help someone. It's how we listen to what that person needs, to what their struggle is. It's how we give them and deliver the perfect combination of products that's going to help them. Um, and if you don't feel like skilled yet to do that, that's okay. We didn't at first either. Please ask us, and we will absolutely help you to be like, this is what I would recommend. This is what I would recommend for that. You really can't go wrong because our products are so versatile and they really work so well together. They work by themselves. It's just really simple. But I know it's a little bit confusing at first. So, really just focusing on those things this month. And just getting in front of people. Bottom line. And it's so fun. And I think that there's something about, and we've talked about this and we know this because I've talked about it multiple times after our team retreat, but there's nothing like in person. There's nothing like the energy. There's nothing like the excitement. You leave those events feeling fulfilled because like Jocelyn said, she didn't even talk about the people that she planted seeds with that are going to end up ordering from her and they're going to like become her future business and orders and all of that. Um, okay, so I'm going to stop this recording